but the very figure of romantic chivalry, riding the fantastic Spanish horse Charlemagne.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Raymondo Family Adventures. Welcome to our channel. Today we are taking you to Bolsover Castle, where we are watching the jousting. When we finish the jousting, we are going to take a walk around the castle grounds, and then we're going to do an active labs cache. Unfortunately, I had to cut it a little bit short right at the end because my battery had run out and I hadn't brought my spare. But I hope you enjoy it. Please remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy it. Thank you very much, and see you again soon. Bye for now.
Will you please put your hands together for the gun crew to open this show? And I'm going to ask you to continue this whooping, your loudest whoops and cheers, ladies and gentlemen, for the finest weapon England has ever put on the battlefield. Ladies and gentlemen, the mighty English longbow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this bent piece of wood with a string on the end of it is responsible for taking England from being a small, isolated island nation to an absolute continental superpower. They would make up 2/3 of any medieval army. Now, you would start by training as a longbowman from a very young age. Now, I'd like you to give me a good shout or a cheer if you like football. Well, come 1348, football is outlawed by Edward III because it actually gets in the way of archery practice. Medieval football is quite a violent game because it was law to practice for at least an hour a day, 2 hours on holy days such as today, with the sword or the bow. And you would start that at the age of 7. Now, that law came in 1348. For anybody who works in the legal profession, who can get an idea of just how slow the law is to turn around, it is no longer legally required to practice archery for an hour a day. That law was repealed in 1998 as one of the earliest acts of the Tony Blair administration. At the same, we fought the Battle of Cressy and really saw how useless they are on battlefields, because they take an almighty time to load. You can get about 2 shots a minute out of one of these. I mean, that's the light one that we shoot at each other with. You're talking an 850 pounds of draw weight on a normal crossbow. That requires specialist machinery to actually winch it back so that you can load it again. If you see the shield that is over by the cannon, that's known as a pervice, and a crossbowman will be hiding behind that to actually reload his weapon. Now, there are some particular fields of engagement where crossbows are really useful. Any ideas? I will give you a clue. You are sitting in one. In fact, English Heritage have quite a lot of them. Yes, castles. Because this is a sniper's weapon. Once you've loaded it, it's going to retain its strength, so it doesn't matter when you fire it. And if you go around some of English Heritage's finer castles and see the arrow slits, you can sit with a sniper. And they're going. And this sort of speed is what the medieval battlefield is all about. This is what you are training up to be able to do. Now, it's worth noting at the moment, our archers will put in some impressive shooting tallies. They're using 30-pound bows. By the time that you have reached fighting age, you're using a 150 to 180-pound draw weight bow. You can shoot that over a quarter of a mile. 30 seconds remaining, you're halfway done. The drill on the cannon crew is second to none. 15 seconds remaining. 10, 9, come on, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fast! Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, will you give a round of applause to our timing crew down here, please? And will you keep that up for our archers, our crossbowmen and our gunners? Let's go and get some results.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our joust at Bolsover Castle. I hope you are all in fine voice and ready to meet your knights, yes? Then without further ado, let us introduce them. The first of them, representing the legend of the Argo, wearing a fine carrack ship upon his helmet. Please welcome, clad all in gold, Mr. Daniel Calvert and Esteban.
So Daniel Calvert and Esteban, they have been very successful already this weekend, scoring 3 victories of 4. Certainly one to watch on the field today.
Got the arm on that horse.
And remember what I said about the showmanship, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you get yourself noticed, by representing a figure of legend. The Argo.
Next to our tilt yard. Ladies, be still your beating hearts. Here comes the most eligible bachelor knight in Christendom. Will you welcome the most renowned Lancelot du Lac?
So Clive Hart riding as Lancelot du Lac. A figure that needs no introduction, and certainly don't introduce him to your wife. But the very figure of romantic chivalry, riding the fantastic Spanish horse Charlemagne. And he too has secured a victory this weekend, so another one to watch.
But gentlemen, do not think that I would disappoint you either, for I bring you the finest lady jouster this realm has produced, Miss Lisa Dixon, the Wyvern!
Here she comes, the Wyvern, currently wearing her hat, and who can blame her before she puts on the incredibly heavy bassinet helmet I've told some of you about, riding this Irish, mighty Irish purebred draft horse, Heracles.
And our final knight to appear in the tilt yard. Some call him the Woodwoes, some the green man who lives in the forest. He that is carnal in nature and lustful by his blows. But we can only know him as the Wild Man.
Now Stephen Lawton riding another Spanish mount, Gazara Nuevo. A very, very hot-tempered mount indeed. And the Wild Man made it to the final yesterday afternoon.
You're welcome, sir.
Representing the wildness in man's nature, for which a knight must tap into in order to get the fury for warfare, but must also control.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all our knights are gathered before you. Choose your champions, choose them well. Cheer for them, for the faster they go, the more you cheer. So, if anyone has a flag, wave it now. I think knights, you are all equally represented today. So for now, knights, warm your horses to the list.
Here they go, ladies and gentlemen, cheer them on! two. Let's see a strike. We've got a broken lance. Lancelot has broke his lance. He thinks it all over. But what would a Knight Marshal say?
For the Wyvern, she did not lower her lance. We can award no points. But for Sir Lancelot, a strike to the body and 2 points!
And 2 points wins this round for Sir Lancelot, giving him his second victory this weekend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this has been a joust where our horses have become more and more excited over the weekend, challenging our knights even as they themselves become more tired from riding in that heavy armour, and yet not once have our knights thought of anything but the safety and well-being of their horses. So give them all a round of applause for their care for these wonderful animals.
Indeed.
Impressive, aren't they? We gather here in the hall before being led upstairs to William's great chamber. William Cavendish, Margaret Cavendish, and a wall painting storyteller. You have to stay with me a minute, Lewis.
All this bank holiday, everyone's got coats on.
Not everyone. Gothic house with projecting bays. House sits at the entrance to the carriage drive to the castle, built in the early 19th century as a residence of the school. Master. Placed along a pipe from a spring or sources, which fed on the Cundy house, which can be seen within the castle. Okay, that's over here then. That's this, look. That's one of them. Right, we're at it now. Okay, it says, how many sections are there in the small window above the door to the conduit house? How many sections are there in the small window above the door of the conduit house?
I assume 9. Yeah.
We're doing that one then?
Yeah.
Surprised view.
Yeah, that's one.
Okay, follow the alleyway. It says, as the name suggests, if you follow the alleyway for a short distance, there'll be a view of the surrounding area. It's somewhat obscured by trees. Although you need to visit this location for information, perhaps a better view can be obtained from the garden terrace of the pub nearby. Both Hardwick Hall and Scarsdale Hall should be visible on a good day. The second one was about Sutton Hall and the surprise view. Surprise! All you can see is a big bush, big tree in the way. Yeah. Maybe. I think what we need to do is go. Okay, the church is dedicated to St Mary, the mother of Jesus, and to the Roman St Lawrence, who tradition says was martyred by being roasted alive on a gridiron. Ooh. His feast, days before 10th of August, from 1251, the annual Bolsover Fair was held. On that date, it may have lasted to the 15th of August, the Feast of Assumption of Mary. Interesting. Okay, the answer to the question. What is the inscription below the crenellations on the small tower? Answer exactly as spelt. TVTVS. What is the inscription below? I've got to write the whole thing. The Cavando TVTV. Oh, that's it, there it is.
Okay. C-A-V-E.
Cavando. No, it's Cav. Cav. Endo.
TVTVS. Space TVTVS.
TVTVS. Completed. Congratulations. Feel free to explore the church further. And the next one is Moor Lane. Oh no, yeah, next one's Moor Lane.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
The church micro's there, and then the car runs there, and the car's over there.
Entrenchment mark the edge of town. Number only. It's 13th century. So we'll go with 13.
I think what you're looking for.
Completed. Maybe take an opportunity to take a stroll around the park and visit the bowl. Remember, runs out. This is the last one of the cache. The Adventure Labs talks about the sword pointing down for the lost and fallen of Bolsover and Hillstown. And that is it. We've completed the 5. So let's enjoy this. Hi everyone, if you've made it this far, a massive thank you for watching. It has been a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to give the video a like, it's much appreciated. And we'll be back again soon with more adventures with the Raimondo family. So thank you and goodbye.